Welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot here on Astrology Motivation. This is where we do the weekly astrology forecasts and we do daily astrology predictions as well as general tarot card readings Monday through Friday that you can join in on live chat. All you got to do is subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I go live. Guys, welcome. I hope that you're enjoying all of the zodiac specific messages that I do for you over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot. You get little snippets and clips of them over here. Everything works in conjunction with each other, and I'm so grateful for all the ways that you participate. If you haven't yet, check out my TikTok feed, check out my Vimeo feed, check out my, pretty much, and check out my Instagram because I post different content. I post different content. It's more funny content over on TikTok. There's a lot of humor over on TikTok. And Instagram, it's more soothing and peaceful and spiritually awakening and intellectual. So there's different things that I post on each of those different sites. So giving you the option to enjoy Born Without Boundaries in many different ways. Remember, what's up, Perla? Thank you for coming on. Remember, if you are on the live chat, give this a big old thumbs up. It's so essential and it helps the algorithm. But if you're not, and if you can't participate or don't want to participate in the live chat, you can still enjoy this reading. This is still for you. It's come to you at just the right time in your life. And you can leave a comment below. Please do. I would love to know how the energy is impacting you, how it's playing out in your situation. So we're going to get into, before we get into tarot, what's up, Tina? Happy Friday, TGIF. I actually have a lot of work ahead of me, but that's okay. I think I get to do work today. I get to have a lot of work today. That's good stuff. So let's go into the astrology for today. Today is December 9th. It is Friday, and it is not the easiest of days astrologically. There's a lot of contention. What's up, Rajing? Thanks for joining. It is a kind of a contentious, and I know that, like, listen. One of the first things you learn when you study astrology, and you study how to be a professional astrologer, because I have taken classes, it is that your job isn't to tell people what they want to hear. You have to sometimes deliver messages that are uncomfortable. And if people complain about that, then they're not really interested in astrology. There's really nothing that they really want except lies and maybe a quick dopamine rush if they get news that they've already decided was going to happen to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not who I am. I do everything that I can to tell the truth about what I see based on what I know. And yeah, I am the first. I agree. I am limited and I am still learning. And so if I'm wrong, okay. But if I see something and it's difficult, I'm going to say it's difficult. And this is not the best of days. There's just a lot of challenges, which means there's a lot of work to be done. And, I felt it this morning. I felt really happy and really good, but I also have a lot of work to do. So it's kind of one of those kind of days. Let me explain to you why I do have pause about today. The sun is still in opposition to Mars. That means energy isn't as high as it usually is. It also is kind of combativeness and stubbornness and a sense of, but not really having it's almost like overcompensating for the vitality that for some reason you don't have, instead of just admitting, I don't have the stamina right now, right? I need to relax. I need a break, but do I have time for that? Not really, because Jupiter is also square to the sun. And there is this point of contention there where, oh my God, I'm expanding, I'm growing, my life purpose is evolving, and that's wonderful. But there is a level of stubbornness and hard-headedness there. Like, I'm always right, and I'm certain about these things, but I may not have taken enough time to really learn all that I need to to learn to be able to execute at the level that I expect to be appreciated for. And so there's just this dissonance there that we have to work out. We also have Venus, which is quincunx to Uranus, which means that the changes or shifts that are happening to Venus are not really feeling so good, or we might be overextending ourselves to try to be different and try to be it's like I'm a rebel, yeah. But are you really? Or are you just trying to be special by saying you're different? There's also a sense of this is not a great day to, spend a lot of money. This is not a great day to make changes, especially not spending a lot of money on how you look. Not a great day to do it. It's kind of a day to like stay put and have faith. And I said this, I think it was on the Leo reading, because the sun is really, really jam packed. It's under a lot of pressure right now. Your greatest weapons on this day are going to be patience and faith. And one could argue they are absolutely exceptional tools to have every day. But today, they're essential. They're essential because you're going to feel like you're moving through quicksand. You're going to feel like things aren't getting done at the right pace, but they are. It's just you have to slow it down. It's like everybody is on speed today when they really shouldn't be. We have the moon also causing some issues with Mercury and with Venus. This moodiness, this emotion overtaking our brain, overtaking our sense of self-worth, getting the ability to get over emotional and get distracted, because if you remember, in opposition, the moon can be very distracting. It's not really being any help, moon. Thanks a lot. So there's just a lot of tension today. Jupiter is square to Venus and Mercury, which it doesn't have to be bad energy, but I can tell you it's like when there's a square, it's a challenge, which means the direction we want to grow. Jupiter is about growth and expansion and curiosity and thinking or planning new things, but it doesn't necessarily have a lot of context. It doesn't necessarily have a lot of quality behind what we're coming up with. We're just kind of expanding and rushing. It's the best way I can explain it is if you've ever written anything and you have this divine inspiration and you just start spitting out words and spewing out words. There's a scene from the Golden Girls. I'll actually attach it to the community page. If I can find it, I'll attach it to the community page, because this is exactly what like Jupiter square, Mercury square Jupiter is like. It's like you're just talking and talking and talking and saying and saying and saying, and you're just divinely inspired. But it's shit and it's jumble and it's not really quality. It's just all coming out because it's more a feeling than a thought. So, the scene is when Blanche gets this idea that she's going to be a writer, and she's deciding it's the same episode of when Dorothy is going through the chronic fatigue syndrome, but it's the side story that offers comic relief, because Dorothy's storyline is a very serious storyline. So Blanche decides she's going to be an author, and she just couldn't get any sleep. She didn't sleep for almost 2 days because she just kept writing and writing and writing, and she felt so certain that it was brilliant. But then when she sat down and had Rose read it, Rose is looking at it and she's like, I don't understand what you're saying. And at first we think, because Rose is sort of naive, we don't know that it's just because maybe she doesn't get it. But it's that Blanche has written in absolute poppy talk. Like, she feels great about it. She thinks that what she's saying is awesome, but it's happened so quickly and so fast that it didn't get grounded in any kind of discipline to really make sense. And that's kind of what Jupiter square Mercury is like. Very entertaining, very amusing, but not necessarily. Let me put it this way. Jupiter square Mercury, I would think, is the best quality of it is how amusing it can be. Everything else is like you gotta check and recheck for quality, because it's not it's not necessarily well thought out. And I would argue the same thing when it comes to Jupiter square Venus. Watch your money. You're going to be so tempted to be spending and spending and spending, and oh, I have so much confidence and the money is coming in, but you're overestimating how much money is coming in. Or you're overestimating how much money you have to spend, because you might have $20,000 come into your banking account in the next couple of days. But with Jupiter square to Venus, you've already spent $30,000. It doesn't matter how abundant it is. You're just moving and growing so fast that you will burn out your abundance. And we don't have much burn left with the sun opposite Mercury, opposite Mars. I mean, there's just too much stress there. We don't have the energy to back this up. So it's almost like our vitality isn't keeping up with our mentality. And so there's dissonance there. And what we've got to do is find a way to bridge that gap and calm ourselves the fuck down and see things in a different, and see time in a different way, because it is passing quickly and things are moving quickly. It's just they can never feel quick enough for us right now. And that's the little bit of the tension here that we're going to have to work through today. Yeah. And since Jupiter is quincunx to the south node, there's probably some irritation there that, okay, I'm ready to be done with my old ways. I'm trying to move. But it's almost like when you jump into, like, it's just like, okay, I'm just going to jump into this. I'm just going to jump in to get over the fear. I'm just going to jump in. Okay. And that's good. Sometimes you just got to jump into something, but there's no preparation behind the jump. And that's kind of what Jupiter is trying to push us right now, away from our comfort zone and just sort of push us into the deep end, and it's freezing cold water. It's almost like, in some ways, it's the polar plunge. Today is the polar plunge. And honestly, it can be extremely invigorating, right? But don't try to stay there for too long, because you'll freeze your ass off and it won't be good. There's just such a lack of competency in this energy. There's so much confidence, but there's a lack of competence. And so you got to watch it coming from other people, because people are going to sound so confident, but do you really know? Do you really? I'm just saying, we do have Saturn here that is grounding Mars and grounding the sun. So I do think that we do have a bit of competence. So that's actually kind of good. But I feel like maybe that's why it's like we have the competence, we have the confidence, we want to just dive in, but it's like the return is going to take some time. It just is. This is sort of an expense kind of day. But if we go overboard, we will take too much from ourselves. So patience and faith and some sort of meditation, I think, just to calm you down, ground you, maybe grounding, actually going outside. This is like, take a break today and don't let yourself go overboard. That's really important. All right, you ready? Let's see. Oh my God, I've got all this stuff that I'm working on, and I'm happy that I'm working on it, but it's a lot. I feel like, hey Laura, what's up? Hey Tarang, how are ya? You ready? Let's see what the cards have to tell us for today. Let's see what the cards have to tell us for today. We have pleasure, 6 of Cups. This could be a lover from the past or somebody that you know from the past. becoming a lover, or a good friend becoming a lover. This could also be just somebody from childhood, or even going home. There is Queen of Cups here, putting your all in, giving everything you have. And then Ten of Swords, being done, being ruined, being finished. This does seem like there was an innocent start and a really sincere investment. But Ten of Swords means no matter how much you loved something, it's done, it's finished. And then Eight of Wands comes really quickly afterward to say, oh, you know what? There are some opportunities that are here. It also, in this position, I would say the Ten of Swords could mean that the worst is over. Sometimes that's what the Ten of Swords means. It especially surrounded by really positive and helpful cards, or helpful messages. Ten of Swords could mean the worst is over. The threat is over. So that's really nice. We have the Judgment card next, and Judgment card is all about making good decisions, making good choices, being discerning, and also being given a second chance, or being judged well, like being seen as like, wow, you've actually done well. Ten of Wands is here, central energy, which means what this whole reading is about is it relates to how the stress that we've been feeling, how hard we've worked, all the extra pressure we've been putting on ourselves. That's what it's about. All of this is related to how, like, what kind of extra work have you taken on, whether it's in your emotional life, your work life, it doesn't matter. That extra burden that's just been sitting on your shoulders. I think that it's about this hard work, this sense of pushing you down. Art Temperance is here on the other side. So this is Sagittarius season, right? But it's also finding a way to make things work, and being creative, and expansion and growth, going outside of our normal realm of capability. And we might have taken on a lot to go outside of our normal realm of capability. And maybe that's what today is calling for, a sense of we're not going to be able to help ourselves. But I think today the reading is saying that this is more what has come from really hard work, and what has come from taking all those chances and pushing our limits and not accepting any limitations. Like, that's sort of what is today is what is coming from that. Strength is here, meaning that we have built up a great deal of strength, that we have expanded ourselves and expanded our capabilities, and expanded our confidence in who we are, and expanded our courage. We have Three of Cups here, which means being around people that we really like and being celebrated, or maybe there is a celebration that is coming or that is going to be happening. And then we have Queen of Pentacles, which is because you just got shit done. And holy crap, did you work this? And holy crap, did you put your all into it? Or that you're spending a lot of money on it. Seven of Cups is either, I don't know. Seven of Cups, I don't really love the energy, but Seven of Cups is we're sort of confused about what happens next, right? Defeat. Oh, okay. So we're defeating the confusion. Maybe we're finally able to make our mind up, or we're confused as to why we've worked so hard and we've done so well. Oh, Kajal, God bless you, sweetheart. And it's good to see you. I didn't see you yesterday, so I hope everything is well. Thank you for the rainbow. But what if the people I think I like don't like me? I read a thing, it said don't make beauty appointments and overspend today. Yeah, because that's the astrology. That's it. Pretty consistent. What if the people you like don't like you? That's a multi-layered thing. Jesus, all I would have to say then is that you don't like you. If you're meeting people, if you like people who don't like you, and the people who do like you have no interest in, then it's saying that you're not vibrating at the frequency that you want to be vibrating at. What does that mean? It means that clearly there's a lack of appreciation for where you are now and who you are now. And there could be aspiration in the way that you feel or the people that you want to be around. But you are always going to attract what you are, not what you want to be. And so ultimately, if you like people, but they don't like you, you're not attracting people who understand you. And so I would question, do you understand you? And have you accepted you? That's the one thing I would say to that. Avery Woods, don't think about it, just be who you are. I can relate to that. Oh, Avery, nice, Avery. Thank you for that response to Laura. And then, yes, everything's well. Oh, it's been working good. Okay. Working a graveyard shift. So been missing you. That's okay, Gajal. I am so grateful for you every time you can get, and I'm proud of you. Go, girl. Work it, girl. I'm really happy that you're so busy. It's really good. But it does mean that we have been stressing ourselves out. So what the fuck? What the fuck? Aries energy. Okay. Just because, let me say this. And this is not a statement I make because I do not believe in growth and expansion and learning from people around you. But sometimes when you knock on doors, and I think, Laura, this would apply to your situation too. Sometimes when you knock on doors, they're just not ready to open for you. They're just not ready. They're just not ready. And ultimately, people can only be where they are at this moment. And so when it comes to something professional, and I was saying this the whole reading, it's like you're ready to share, you're ready to go, but other people may not be ready. They may be kind of confused because they had their sort of one-tracked mind and their expectations, and they want to go in a different direction. So therein lies the twist today, and therein lies the rub. And there is the challenge of how do we bridge that gap? Can we bridge that gap? I don't know. I really need clarification, though. That's what I need. Can you clarify this for me, God? Clarify, please. What is this at the end? This gangle at the end, I don't understand. Oh, no, that's the confirmation. Okay. It is saying that, yes, we're about to defeat confusion and be certain of the direction we're going to move in next. That's what it's saying. So let me ask the cards this. Which direction are we moving in next? King of Wands, personal realization, creativity, directing your own life, building something like it's almost like taking charge of your life and blazing your own trail. When I say creative, I feel like that is very misunderstood because when we say creative, we all automatically go to art. No, creative is to take something that wasn't there before and create it. You're a creator, to be a creator. And so that's kind of where it is. It's like it's definitely pushing forward and blazing your own trail. King of Wands is definitely a trailblazer because he has got courage. And so there's definitely, this is an Aries, could have something to do with an Aries. And I'll tell you right now, what you don't see and what you don't understand and what you are confused on and didn't take the time to get unconfused about is what's going to fuck you up. Yeah, that's what will fuck you up today. We have Ace of Wands and Nine of Swords. It's like we're worried about our next step. We have this beautiful like fire in our belly, but we're worried or scared or maybe sick when it comes to these two things together. It's like almost like in some ways we'll do anything. We've been really hard on ourselves to get to where we wanted to be, and that's the energy today. We're ruthless, especially with ourselves. We're just set on fucking finishing and getting over that finish line, even if it kills us. And that's what I want you to watch out for, because in this energy, it could. It could. You know, it could be like a big old rupturous kaboom. So slow the fuck down. And don't be so desperate to prove yourself that you would injure yourself or do harm to others in order to do it. Because I know you want to move forward. And this is the irony. And this is why I say you have to connect through faith. You are moving forward. You are doing a great job. And there is quality here. You really don't have to rush. You feel like you have to rush. And you feel like you have to push. You don't have to push. You don't. You don't. Please don't. Because this is actually a very beautiful reading. It's that song, like, remember, Isn't It Ironic, by Alanis Morissette. It's ironic. It's ironic because it really is the energy of things are going so well, and then all of a sudden something comes and fucks it up, and it was your impulsivity or your need to like drive 170 miles an hour when you could have gotten there at 80 miles an hour. Like, don't fucking do it. Take your foot off the accelerator. You're moving at the speed you need to move right now. And that's where that discipline comes in. That sense of, you know, cops are going to be out in full effect. The discipline will be there and something will catch you up. Laws, rules, and regulations. It's almost your friend right now. If you can just trust in what is happening outside of you and not try to take everything down or challenge everything, if you can just trust that some people are good people and that they do things or tell you things for your own benefit, and that you don't have to rush or move quickly because things are already moving fast and you're good, you'll have a very good day. Emotions are running high and conclusions are within reach. Really? Oh yeah, it's coming out. There's going to be something that pops off today. It's going to be an emotional outburst. A lot of emotions. Remember, emotions and feelings, not the same thing. When we say feelings, when I say I got a feeling, I'm not talking about being sad or being happy. I'm talking about I got a vibration. I got a impulse, which can be good and bad too. But feelings, lots of times we just really confuse our feelings. Because we're so emotional, we can get overreactive. Or we're really excited and really scared at the same time, because it's like, this is it. So that could be on a much lighter note. That could very well be what's happening right now. It's like the right before you go on to stage. We've worked, and it does confirm that, because the 10 of Wands is in the center. So we've worked and we worked. And we just maybe we have to do a presentation today. It's like maybe we have to take a test today. There's a sense of us just being so scared about about the feedback, about what people are going to tell us. And I feel like maybe that fear has to do with the fact that we may not have worked to our best capacity. Just because we overworked ourselves doesn't mean we worked to quality. If you can, go back and kind of go over what's scaring you to the point where you don't have to be scared of it anymore. And then you're ready. Good tip for today. Good tip. This is about just getting too much. Things are a little sloppy here. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get some angel messages on the table. stress reduction. Okay. De-stress your mind, body, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. Listen, you don't want to believe me, believe the cards. It's really important today. Stress reduction. Whatever's going to de-stress you. Whatever's going to de-stress you. Stress reduction. This is the next 24 hours. Very important. That's the only thing that came out is stress reduction. Don't try to push yourself today. You won't like it. You won't like the results. I don't know what else to say. Maybe there's nothing else to say, right? Gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. The stars will shine brighter upon you. All in your world will become lighter. Okay. The unknown. Do not fear the unknown. It is a time of deep exploration and transformation. Unfamiliar territory leads to new horizons. And courage. You have what it takes. Just do it. We, your angels, are here to support you. I feel like one of the biggest demonstrations of courage is to have faith right now. That's what I'm going to say. One of the biggest demonstrations of courage is to have faith right now. The unknown is fine. I think maybe we're trying to rush because we're scared of the unknown. We're scared of the things that we can't predict, and we're trying to rush. If you are grateful today and you use it as a tool to just say thank you for this moment and thank you for what I have right now, I think that your world will change and surprise you. I'm going to get offline, guys. I love you. I've just had a bunch of things rush at me, and it was really, really weird. But I want to tell you, I'm grateful for your presence today. And if you did not get to participate in the live chat, please remember to leave your comments below. God bless you for being here, and I hope that you have an amazing weekend. I love you guys, and I will talk to you on Monday. Bye.